12 A-20 Bostons of 226 Squadron fly low over the North Sea on a raid on the Netherlands. 6 of the planes are manned by American crews of the 15th Air Bombardment Group as part of a media stunt to show the US presence in the European theatre. The raid is led by Squadron Leader Joseph Kennedy. He is joined by Americans Lieutenant Fred Jack Lurl and Captain Charles Kegelman. Following them is Flight Lieutenant Ronald Yogi Yates Earl, Pilot Officer Charles Hank Henning, and Lieutenant William Stan Lynn. In the next flight is Squadron Leader John Castle, and Americans Captain Martin Crabtree and Lieutenant Leo Howell. Also present is New Zealander Flight Lieutenant Brian Digger Wheeler, who was joined by Captain Bill Odell and Pilot Officer Eltringham. Just off the coast of the Netherlands, the bombers are spotted. They separate into 4 flights and head to their targets. For the Americans to gain operational experience, 4 airfields are targeted along the Dutch coast. Haamstede Airfield, the northernmost island of Zeeland, is assigned to Wheeler's flight. Just before 0800 hours, Wheeler's flight arrives. Bill Odell recalls, "Our bombs were okay, but I thought we would crash any moment, for I never flew so reckless in my life." Digger, Wheeler, claims he shot his guns into groups lined up for inspection. The flight returns to RAF Swanton Morley without issue. Castle's flight heads for Valkenburg Airfield, just north of The Hague. After a navigational error and problems with Castle's bomb bay doors, the 3 planes only strafed the airfield. They returned to base without loss, but with full bomb loads. At about 0802 hours, Yates Earl's flight approaches Bergen-Alkmaar airfield. Despite having problems in identifying the target, they approach the airfield at less than 100 feet. Just as Lynn drops his payload, his plane V for Vic is hit by flak and crashes on the airfield. All on board are killed. At the same time, a lone Focke-Wulf takes off. The plane is flown by Unteroffizier Johannes Rathenau of JG-1. After the attack, Yates Earl and Henning both leave the area and make for England. Henning's plane is spotted by Rathenau. Henning and his crew are killed as their Boston is shot down by Rathenau about 15 miles off the Dutch coast. As Kennedy's flight approaches the Kooy airfield just south of Den Helder, Lowell's plane is hit by flak and crashes into the sea north of the target. Miraculously, the bombardier, 2nd Lieutenant Marshal Draper, survives and is taken prisoner. At the Kooy, Kegelman strafes the target, but is hit by flak. Randall Doughton recalls, "Our plane gave a tremendous lurch and we hit the ground. We skidded along for a sickening moment, and then the captain pulled her nose off." Kegelman recovers and fires on a flak tower. Kennedy attacks the airfield moments after. The starboard engine on Kegelman's plane Z for Zebra catches fire, but it is blown out by the wind, allowing Kegelman to limp safely back to England.